everybody. Well, today, again, more clean up the bench stuff. I've purchased quite a few movements, and every once in a while, you get one that's broken or something's wrong. This one, for instance, I've had a couple like this where the stem is actually broken off inside the movement there. Now, I don't know if we can actually get a shot. Oh yeah, you can see it right there. You can see the stem. So what we're gonna do is salvage this movement. It's still nothing wrong with it, or shouldn't be. I mean, if we gave it a spin and see, we get that, yeah, she's running. So all you have to do is get that stem out of there and we'll be good to go. So I've looked into this, and it seems to be the easiest way to do this is going to be to take off the rotor, and most likely this, this bridge here, and probably this one here. So that would be the automatic winding bridge. That one, I don't know enough yet to tell you, so I'm not sure. But this is what we're gonna do. I thought it was undone already. I thought it was undone. I guess I just needed literally a half a turn more on there. Okay, now we need to get a little further down inside, as you can see. So I'm going to take off the automatic winding bridge and get underneath there. I know this isn't a build today, but this is stuff we need to do anyway. Like I say, I've for the quite a few movements I've ordered, I've only received a handful like this. But still, one is already too much. Oh, son of a... See what I did there? Can you see what I did? That slipped out of my tweezers. That screw from here slipped out of my tweezers and right into there. Right into the balance wheel. Thank goodness that fell straight out. Now, I was not gonna dip my tweezers in there to go get it, because that is everything is so fine in there. Easiest way to mess something up. Okay, put that to the side. Now you can see Seiko's magic lever. This guy right here, that's called their magic lever. That's how Seiko's wind in both directions. And you don't get that like with Citizen, you hit it once and it zips really hard in one direction. It's because it's not winding. They only wind in one direction. Now, we should be able to just take off these 3 screws here, 1, 2, and 3, and this next bridge should come right off. That's my theory, and that's what we're gonna do. Hey, we were all kids at one point. Taking stuff apart's the easy thing, right? It's putting it all back together with no extra parts and having everything work properly. That's the key. All right, so that should be that bridge. I can lightly pick that one up now. There we go. Main barrel. Okay, well, I'll tell you right now, I just totally effed that up. I took that apart completely wrong. However, I can now get to, I should be able to get to that piece of stem now. Okay, that's your release clutch for the stem. That's where you push down to release the stem. So all I had to do is push this lever forward so that the stem released. You know, simple, same as what you would do normally. You're pushing the stem in, getting that little clutch lever to pop out. So I had to do, it was a two-hand movement. I had to push the clutch with one hand and then slide the piece of stem far enough over so that I could grab it with a piece of Rodico, or in this case, I just kind of shoved it out of the way, and it worked great. So that's done. Problem solved. We got that out of there. Now, let's put this back together, shall we? Pretty interesting. I'm glad I've done this. I'm glad I'm learning. I found out that this guy here goes from over here by this pin. You can see it there. It's latched in and a little tab sticks in a hole there. And it goes over top of the main barrel here, but between the main barrel and this other gear here. Then you can see it's tabbed up over here. So that's the next thing we're doing here. Not sure how it's getting done, but that's what we're doing. All right, so because I'm stubborn and I don't like to read the instructions, you know how that goes. You're a man, most likely. I went and took the rotor off of the other movement, so I could see exactly how everything was going back together, making sure I was doing it properly. Now I did actually fight putting this bridge back on, and that's because that one gear underneath there, I was trying to put it onto the base plate and then put the bridge on top, but that wasn't working. I had to actually put that gear just settled onto the bottom of this plate and then turn it over ever so gently and get it into the right place. Then it all worked out okay. I mean, still a little bit of fiddle farting around, but it's working fine. Now, next step is going to be put this guy over here. Put this little, I don't know, I guess it's kind of like a little retainer piece. I'm not really sure exactly what it's for. I'll have to look that up. But it goes across here, just over top of the main barrel, and it rests over here. So I'm gonna get that done real quick, and we'll see where we're at. Alrighty, well, that little tabby bit that runs between there was a pain in the keister, I tell you. I mean, there's got to be an easier way to do that than the way I did it. I'm gonna have to look how to do that properly next time. What I did do is I loosened this screw and I loosened this screw, and I was able to just get enough of a gap in there that I could monkey it into the right place. I mean, it's done, but I'm sure there was an easier way. Now we're left with this guy here, and he's gonna go upside down. Well, upside down doesn't really make any difference to you or any sense to you, does it? But it's gonna go this way. I'll tell you why. There's a little gear on the back there, and that's gonna run up against those guys right there. Because that's the magic wheel, or the magic Seiko's magic lever. That's gonna go right there. And we will make sure those arms are just on the outside of it, because they have a little ratchet that goes tick, 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 and that way it winds in both directions. So I'm gonna get that set in the right place, and we're almost done. All right, and there we go. Got that wheel on there. Now, even that part was a little more difficult than I think it should have been. I don't understand how these guys, I watch all these, videos, these guys making stuff, taking these movements apart and things and putting them all back together, and they'll put a wheel on there and all the gears just all boom, fit together perfectly. I don't bloody know how they do that. I think it's some kind of magic, but... Or maybe it's just me doing things the hard way, which, go figure. Now, let's get this back together and we shall be done. And we will test it and see how we did. Make sure it all works again. And here's hoping. I think we're going to be good, though. I think we did okay. And let's make sure everything's working good, the way it should be, before we get too far. Oh, we're winding. We're winding. Whoops. We're winding, and the movement is running. Look at that. Now, technically, you could just have a hand wound movement and don't put the rotor back on, but we're not doing that. We're putting this back together the way she should be. Well, that makes me happy because it saves money purchasing a new rotor to replace the monkeyed up one. Now I have more, unfortunately, that I'm gonna have to do this with. But at least now I know how to do it. Rotor on, spinning freely. Movement still working. Excellent. That's what we needed. All right, well, thanks for stopping by, you guys. This was just watch me screw around with this nonsense today and see how we can fix it. But we did. I think it was because you guys are helping, yelling at me in the screen. I get it. Anyhow, thanks for watching, guys. Love y'all. See you again for another Clean the Bench episode. See you soon. Cheers.